Munson, very Munson. What are the consequences for meeting Sioux Falls' projected water demand if the Lewis and Clark project is unable to provide water to the city by 2012? What do you do then?
You know, that's been our problem, Senator, when we looked at it as a potential to really impact our economy as we talk about, you know, medical, retail, industrial, housing has all been really booming. And if we can't make this project a reality by 2012, it has a potential to affect all those industries and really where we have been continually growing each and every year to slow that growth down significantly. So it really probably expedite even beyond where we're at with conservation measures that we have in place that would have to be really stepped up quite a bit. So it has a lot of consequences for the economic future of our area.
Is building permits and commercial permits under jeopardy in that case?
You know, they really would be. When we talk about last year, $500 million that we had was a record year, and so if we can't, when people look, whether it's businesses looking to relocate to Sioux Falls or expand in Sioux Falls or even houses, we would probably have to look very carefully at how much growth we could experience. So those record years that we're having would really, I think, come to a real, and start to slow down.
Mr. Larson, is you well aware BOR's recommendation for funding was cut to $0 in the coming year? Chris Larson, as the executive director of the project, what sort of reaction was felt among your members, and has it impacted any planning that you may be doing for the longer term?
Mr. Chairman, it was a great deal of frustration expressed from our 20 members when zero funding was proposed, especially coming off last year with the prepayment by the members. So here was a step of faith that the members took. Sioux Falls and 16 other members to prepay their share of the project, and then to have the administration propose zero right on the heels of that was very disheartening, to say the least. In terms of planning, this is over a $500 million project, and what is so frustrating is not knowing year to year, even remotely, how much we're going to get. We have record level of $26.5 million. 5 weeks later, zero is proposed. And so what we have done is spent a lot more time and money on engineering various contingency plans. What if we only get this? What if we only get that? That's money that could be spent putting pipeline into ground, and we're running a lot of what-if scenarios.
President Steele, how long the tribe has waited the longest to receive water from the project, even though the project is nearly 80% complete? President Steele, when will Missouri River water reach Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, and what will that achievement mean to your members?
Yes, Senator. This fall, we expect that the core line will reach the northwestern part of our reservation. We figure in August or September. And Senator, we are going to be holding a doings then. And I don't know, you're going to be busy in Washington. I would like to coordinate this to have your presence there. But the water will just reach there. Now this, Senator, you understand, all of these years, and I've been going testifying, there are 5 identified projects in the United States that use the Indians to get pipelines built, but they never reach the Indians. We now have a pipeline coming to Pine Ridge, and this has been my biggest gripe. And you, Senator, have been our greatest friend with Senator Thune and Congressman Herseth to get this water to Pine Ridge. We always expected it to stop and get defunded. We would never get the water. but this fall, Senator. And we expect by the spring of 2009 to reach the middle of the reservation with this water. And so this is means to the people there. When we first talked with the people in Kadoka and we decided to get this pipeline to see if we can get it built, the people in Pine Ridge reared up and they had a referendum vote and voted it down. They said that the water would never reach Pine Ridge. But you, Senator, have gotten it there. It's going to reach there this fall. And it means a lot to the people of Pine Ridge.
I value your participation and Mr. Bean's participation in turning that thing around. President Bordeaux, why is it that the tribe is using a combination of groundwater and surface water? Is there a problem with the groundwater contamination? If so, how would the mini-Matuni address this problem?
Well, the primary source prior to Junior 20 coming along was the Ogallala Aquifer. We're on the northernmost tip of the Ogallala Aquifer, and it comes into half of our county, Todd County. Good quality water. But looking into the future, the Ogallala Aquifer is drying up in places such as Kansas, parts of Colorado, Oklahoma, because of over-pumping irrigation systems. So as far as the future, looking into seven generations at least, so we're planning for their needs. Some of the contaminants in our water is arsenic in the Grass Mountain area along the Little White River. There's problems there with the wells down there. The nitrate from farming, pumping the aquifer. We have monitoring wells, and we're finding some of the, I guess, the chemicals that are being pumped into the system gets down into the Ogallala Aquifer, so it's contaminating that. And then in the city of Mission, there's some old gas stations there that had leaking storage, fuel storage, so we're working on cleaning them, so those are getting into the water system, so that's some of the big problems that we have.
Chairman Jandreau, can you please describe how the Lower Rural Sioux Tribe carries out its on-him responsibilities? As an operating system, what are the maintenance and operating issues you expect to encounter in the next 5 to 10 years?
I guess the primary problems that we anticipate with the O&M portion of the project that we are now pretty much fully into is the educating of people to adequately use the systems that we have placed out there. That the rural water systems need a lot of maintenance, a lot of care and concern by the individual users to assure that there's no wastage, to assure that the quality for contamination or guarding against contamination is carefully monitored. And we have a pretty well trained crew that are out there and active all the time. So it's not only been a very beneficial from the employment standpoint, but in educating people about the necessity of guarding that very precious resource is being implemented.